Hi, I'm Ben. I'm a dive instructor.
Hi, I'm Mickey. I'm a dive instructor, and we both live in the Philippines. Welcome to The Life Aquatic.
In each one of our episodes, we will talk about one of our favorite aquatic animals. Hope you enjoy.
The Life Aquatic.
So today we're gonna kick off with our favorite fish, master of camouflage as well as the most efficient among all ambush predators on the water, the giant frogfish. So today we're gonna have a look at the frogfish's habitat, his anatomy, and look at where he belongs in the animal kingdom, the taxonomy. We're also gonna have a look at his special physiological features to see what sets him apart from other fish on the water. And then, last but not least, we're gonna tell you divers how to spot them more easily, because frogfish are very well hidden. Maybe on the next dive, after our advice, you can find one yourself. Okay, let's have a closer look now at the frogfish taxonomy. The frogfish belongs to the animal kingdom. He is a member of the phylum of the Chordata or the vertebrates. The class he takes part of is the Actinopterygii. Where he belongs to the order of the Lophiiformes or the anglerfish. The suborder is the Antennaroideae. And he's a member of the family of the Antennaridae. We also sometimes call him the Commerson's frogfish, but except for some local marine scientists, nobody ever heard of that name. So we just call him the giant frogfish.
I'm here in Bohol, more specifically the bee farm in Dawis. This lies along the coast of an island called Panglao. Here there is a huge population of frogfish. One of the most sought after trophies for any diver that comes here is the biggest of the frogfish, the giant frogfish. Giant frogfish are very sedentary and don't like moving too much. They spend about 99% of their time and energy towards sitting still, completely blended in with their surroundings, digesting food, and 1% for moving around to find a new hideout and ambush unsuspecting prey.
They are so motionless fish hardly notice them and consider them part of the landscape. Frogfish usually swim around the reef for a little bit until they find a nice spot they like and then stay there and hide for up to 2 weeks, even longer. They just sit there in the same square meter and sneak up onto their prey or wait for a fish to come by close enough for them to devour. While they are waiting, you can see them yawn. They do that when they get annoyed or in order to prepare for their next lightning fast attack by stretching their facial muscles and joints. As a matter of fact, frogfish have one of the fastest ambush attacks in the animal kingdom. It only takes them 6 milliseconds to execute the full movement. That is about 15 times faster than the blink of a human eye. They can catch prey up to twice the size of their own body, and they do that by opening their mouth so wide it creates a suction that displaces all the water around them with everything inside into their mouths, just like a sinkhole. Their usual diet consists out of small groupers, anthias, damselfish, coral groupers, even crustaceans, but once in a while you can see them go full cannibal and see them eat another frogfish. But that is very rare. More frequently here on the reef you can see them eat scorpionfish, lionfish or stonefish, and even though these fish have really venomous spines along their back, They don't seem to get bothered at all, they just consider those a spicy snack. Frogfish can be found in nearly all tropical and subtropical oceans and seas around the world except for the Mediterranean.
The greatest diversity, though, is in the Indo-Pacific region.
They generally sit on the ocean floor or around coral and rock reefs.
Froggies, as we sometimes call them, tend to be a bit agoraphobic. They prefer to be on the sidelines or on the rock outcroppings.
They live at any given depth ranging from 4 meters to 100 meter maximum, but it's very exceptional to see them deeper than 25 meters.
Our deepest frogfish here is our local celebrity, the Captain. You can find him around 36 meters deep on our local shipwreck.
You can find him there nearly every day chilling on the bridge with his wife and some other locals. Checkmate. The giant frogfish grows up to approximately 38 centimeters maximum, or the size of a beach volleyball. They have globular extensible bodies just like other members of their family and come in any possible color. On top of their head you can see 3 dorsal spines, of which the first one holds the rod or fishing lure. The dorsal fin is used for balancing while swimming, and close to the tail base you'll find the gill opening. This is where the water rushes out, and this is where jet propulsion is created. The larger pectoral fins are used for walking on the ocean floor. The smaller pelvic fins serve as a strong base for attacking their prey. Whoa! Did you see that? This is called jet propulsion. Frogfishes, octopuses and squid are also able to use this force to propel themselves underwater. They basically gulp water and push it through their body through their gills behind their pectoral fins. These gills function as 2 jet propulsion holes. The water pushed through it creates a jet stream that lifts them and pushes them forward while they use their dorsal fins to balance. When they do this after a meal with a full stomach, it just looks like they are drunk driving.
Another interesting feature that sets the frogfish apart from other fish is the way they lure in prey using a fish or shrimp-like fishing rod attached to their forehead. This hunting technique is called aggressive mimicry and tricks the fish into thinking they have a delicious meal. But once the fish or crustacean gets close enough, the frogfish will attack.
Frogfishes are also masters of camouflage. Just like snipers, they can blend in completely with their environment. Unlike octopuses or squid, who can change color immediately, frogfishes need up to 2 weeks to match the color of their skin with their surroundings. If you see a white giant frogfish sitting on a green elephant ear sponge and 2 weeks later you come back to the same sponge, you might see that the frogfish changed green as well.
Jacques Cousteau once said, "In order to find a fish, we must think like one." Now, we don't claim to know what goes on in the mysterious mind of a frogfish, but as divers we can only imagine the most comfortable hideout on the reef wall and look for them there. Most of the time, you will find them tucked away in an irregular sponge, sitting on a tube sponge, lounging on a white vase sponge, or hanging out in the folds of an elephant ear sponge. But you have to look very carefully because they are nearly invisible to the untrained eye. Now and then you can also see them sitting nicely balanced on a table coral. If there is a snug spot with a lot of little fish around it, the frogfish considers this a snack bar and there's a good chance you can bump into one there. Okay, that's it for that episode. We could go into a lot more detail, but we'll leave it as that. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below and we'll be happy to answer them.
We hope you can appreciate the ugly beauty of our favorite fish a little bit more now, and maybe you can see one on your next dives. If you're not a diver yet, Mickey and I will be happy to teach you on your next visit in the Philippines.
Next episode is the green turtle. We have a sanctuary very close by,
with many turtles.
So if you enjoyed our video, please hit the like button, subscribe to our channel or share it with your friends. See you next time!